Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night to you, great Biafrans, wherever you may be at this very hour. My name is Chika, Edoziem. I come from Ihe Oma. Ihe Oma is in Biafra land, and by the grace of Elohim, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the Directorate of State as the head of directorate. Tonight, I want to begin with commendation to all Biafrans worldwide. I want to congratulate Biafrans, of course, both in the diaspora and Biafrans in the homeland of Biafra land. The sacrifices that all of us are making for this very struggle, they cannot be in any manner or in any way underestimated or belittled. I specifically wish, on behalf of the Directorate of State and the leadership of this noble movement, the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, I wish to commend our people in Biafra land for the very successful August 9th sit at home in Biafra land. Biafrans of all walks of life, they have exhibited not only their desire for the coming of the kingdom of Chukwuabiama on earth, that is Biafra land, they have exhibited in any way that is possible their love for our leader, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, their solidarity with him with the success of the 9th of August sit at home in Biafra land. I wish to specifically commend people in the public transport, workers, market, traders, association leaders, town unions, traditional custodians, educational institutions, teachers and students of higher learning, civil servants, artisans, religious leaders, businessmen and women, and of course private sectors. I'm not forgetting traders and farmers, Okada and Keke drivers, school children, of course, and our parents. We commend as well those who are public transport owners. We commend women organizations, commend community leaders, youth leaders, civil society organizations. We commend youths in Biafra land in every community, wheelbarrow and truck pushers. We commend all of you for the sacrifices which you made on the 9th of August 2021. A special commendation as well goes to our warriors in the media, our reporters on the ground, broadcasters and journalists on social media, and our Twitter warriors as well. These men, these people, to a very large extent, they ensure that our message gets to the Biafran people, to friends of Biafra, to lovers of freedom all over the world, without any hindrance. You all have done exceptionally well, and we shall continue. We shall continue to work with a unity of purpose so that our objectives, which has not changed any one bit, and include the unconditional release of our leader Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu. 2. The release of all Biafrans unjustly and illegally incarcerated in different Nigerian prisons, DSS, underground dungeons, and military barracks. And of course, the third of our objective is that we march relentlessly and unequivocally to a free, independent, and sovereign Biafran nation. All these three objectives must be achieved, whether our enemies wish to have it or achieved or not, whether they like it or not. We are not going to change any one bit from our focus and from making sure that we attain all of these above. The directorate, of course, not minding that we have shown resilience, not minding that we have shown commitment, not minding that we have remained focused and have refused in any manner to be distracted. The director wished to remind us all that our obligation to remain very vigilant and disciplined is still very important. It is an obligation that we must remain vigilant. We must remain vigilant because we know that our detractors, they are not relenting. They are not sleeping in their desire and plan to turn Biafra land into a subhuman and subservient land of slaves. And I say that our ancestors will forbid this, and Chukwu will not allow that to happen. We must be aware of their modus operandi. They peddle falsehoods. They lie because they have access to the corrupt media of the zoo. We know what transpired in Biafra land on the 9th of August 2021. And sometimes I ask myself, our people, are they just very short in memory, or are they mischievous when they bring such arguments, or even have in their thought that the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, is or will do anything that will disadvantage or bring down the economy of the Southeast. When I hear this kind of argument, I ask myself, but what economy are they talking about in the first place? Does Nigeria actually have or has an economy? Talk less of the Southeast. Have any one of you seen an economy that grows with generators? An economy that depends on generating sets? Or we have in Biafra land a number of seaports. And have anyone seen or heard of a country that is so such resources, and these resources are not utilized in any manner, with the exception that some of these resources or ports or seaports have been made available to individuals to monopolize? And when we talk about these individuals, we are talking about people like Dangote from the north. He is using a port in Southeast for all his businesses. But no Southeasterner, no Biafran is allowed to bring in their goods through this port. You have to travel hundreds of miles to Lagos. And by the time you clear your goods and then transport them back home on the road, you will be, how will I say, you will be dropping your offering as you go. Dropping offering to all sorts of security or civil defense organization that specifically are put there to ensure that your goods arrives in Biafra land at a cost higher than it should. Is this economy that they're telling us that the Biafran, the IPOB are trying to destroy? When I say that our people are short in memory, they have easily and quickly forgotten that prior to the time our leader gave the instruction and gave the command that we do not wish to see any police or army checkpoints in Biafra land anymore. The report has always been there that these checkpoints on a monthly basis, they extort our people money that you cannot even begin to imagine. In a year, billions of naira are extorted from our people. And this money that are taken out of Biafra land and into the pockets of the corrupt Nigerian officials and as well, of course, the politicians in Biafra, because I believe they get their share from all this extortion that was done until our leader put a stop to that. Now, when you begin to juxtapose the actions that IPOB has taken in the interest of our people, and you will begin to wonder, how in the name of heaven, or how for goodness sake, can anybody in his good senses be thinking that this great movement does not have the interest of our people at heart, or that in any manner we are trying to destroy the economy of Igbo land? Which economy, I ask again? Our people have made enormous sacrifices, free will and from their own volition, not in any manner compelled to do that. And our people have shown, even without the leadership of IPOB prodding them, they have gone out of their way to show solidarity with the leader of this great movement, Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that IPOB only showed leadership and showed direction to our people. All of these Ifulefus, they found their voice or their voices. They never for once even they didn't complain that these extortions were going on until our leader stopped it and everybody were happy. They don't complain that there is no electricity that can run and power an economy. I give you an example. There was a man called Professor Bat Nnaji. But of course, many of you will know him. Bat Nnaji, an engineer of very high repute. And he served in one of the, I think, Jonathan's government. And this man was ready to assist the zoo, at least to some extent, to begin to have a semblance of an economy that will run like a normal economy. The whole zoo, because they know what the man was going for, they ganged up against him, and until he was removed from office. Not done with that. The geometric electric power that he set up in Abia State, you people should even be asking yourself, what happened to that geometric power station? And why did he set it up? But in Naji, he knew that a viable economy must have, first of all, a 24-hour electricity that will power it, not a generator, not what you call listers, and that when there is no fuel, then the cost of production goes skyrocketing. But Naji put in Aba area this geometric power station, and it, I don't know, it almost died a stillbirth. What they did, even after they reluctantly allowed this power station to function, they denied this power station the raw material that it needed for it to function efficiently and effectively. That raw material is not to be imported from overseas. That raw material is not to be transported from the north to the south. That raw material is not to be shipped in from any other place. That raw material is found in Biafra land. Gas in abundant quantity. This raw material was denied this very, very wonderful initiative from Professor Barton Nudge. And at the end of the day, what did they tell him? That any electricity that is generated from this very generating power station must be added to the national grid. And when you add to the national grid, you know those who have light in the zoo, they will give it to their useless Abuja, and then the rest they will send to the north, where they do not pay any NEPA bill for goodness sake. And then those in Biafra land that call themselves politicians, they will see these things, they will do like they didn't see it. Their eyes will be blind until when the people who will say enough is enough begins to rise, they will now think, you want to destroy the economy of Igbo land. Give me a break, please. There is no argument to the fact that every policy of the indigenous people of Biafra is geared towards alleviating the suffering of our people. It's geared toward ensuring that there is a semblance of humanity in our lives in Biafra land. And we will continue in that direction until, of course, the sovereign nation of Biafra is finally established. There are some announcements I wish to make. But before I make that announcement, I wish also to make this warning to our governors, especially the governor of Ebonyi State. The governor of Ebonyi State, you should, whatever you call yourself, Dr. David Umahi, you should pull back. You should pull back your attack dogs from Onichubweze village or community in the Ebonyi State, Biafra land. Pull back the attack dogs in form of military and police who are going from house to house, arresting innocent Biafran youths and extrajudicially murdering them. The useless politicians and the writers and intellectuals, they will not see these things now. They will not speak about it. They will not talk to these governors until the people will say we have had enough of that. They will find their voices. But I'll assure them, of course, we will tell them we'll have enough at the appropriate time. And of course, they can go ahead and rant as much as they can. That will not in any way stop the march to our freedom. It will not stop in any way the agenda of this very great movement led by Onyendu to ameliorate every suffering in any manner that is possible within this suffocating confined contraption that we have found ourselves, until we are finally able to exhale in a free land, in a free nation, in an independent Biafran state. Not only Governor David Umahi, what does he call himself? The Supreme Court administrator in Imo State, the governor of Enugu State, the governor of Anambra State. Ebonyi State is almost being taken over. The Fulani headsmen are there waiting. They have been testing the ground. They have been testing the ground from Enugu to Ebonyi, and these governors are not saying anything, and they will not say anything. They will not do anything, because saying something will not in any manner help their political agenda or their political their desire to continue to be in the politics of the zoo. They must make haste while the sun shines. They must make haste, because we have said it, and when it will come, people must remember that we warned, and we spoke for people, for governors, for politicians to do what is needful and safeguard our people. But no, they won't do that. Time will tell. I want to bring to all of you, great Biafrans, the greetings from the leader of this great movement, Oyendemazi Nnamdi Kanu. Irrespective and despite his conditions, notwithstanding all the mental torture that he's been put through, his thoughts are with all of you. His thoughts are with all of us. And with his greetings, all of you, there are a few announcements that I wish to make this evening for everyone, and some of them will be just for me to reiterate them, but for us not only to hear them, but to act upon them, to work as directed. Number one, the Eastern Security Network, every fund that concerns ESN, every contribution that is made for the purposes of the Eastern Security Network, whether be it in Europe, in Asia, in North America, in South America, in Australia, all of these funds must go to the ESN account in the United States of America. And that account information has been made available to IPOB families worldwide. I wish to repeat that every fund pertaining to ESN worldwide must go without exception to the ESN account opened with the name Umueri, Aroli, and Arodi in the United States of America. Please, principal servants, take note, financial officer, take note, and do the needful accordingly. Second, any fundraising that was done for the purposes of raising funds for ESN, those who have done that fundraising or any that will still be done must bear in mind that the audit and asset recovery department of this movement will audit that fundraising. So when that department approaches you to provide the necessary information which will help them do an audit, please give them every cooperation and assist them in any way that is possible. You know, there has been some discussions on whether we must continue our go stand or sit at home in Biafra land or not. I wish to announce this very evening that, as directed by the highest command of this very movement, noble movement, our Monday go stand or sit at home in Biafra land stand suspended for now. The weekly sit at home in Biafra land stand suspended for now. That means the coming Monday, there will be no sit at home in Biafra land. We must divert our attention to the trial of our leader that is coming up. Our sit at homes bearing any new information given to Biafrans all over the world, our sit at home will be on each court date when our leader will be appearing in court. Then, of course, before then, we will make that information, we will publicize it. But it is important that we bear this in mind now and begin to prepare our minds and, of course, try and plan around these very common events in the future. Our sit at home will be taking place. It will be taking place at the next court appearance of Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu. And finally, great Biafrans, finally, we must continue to put our leader in prayer. We must continue with the reading of the Psalms, which Onyendu had initiated before we found ourselves in this very situation that we are in at this moment. Because prayer is efficacious, very, very efficacious. They work. And please, Biafrans and righteous people, we want prayers of the righteous for Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, that his health may not fail him and that Chukwu Abiyama may continue to guide and empower him as he continues to lead this struggle, as he continues to lead our people to a free and independent Biafran nation, that Chukwu may grant him victory. And of course, grant us, the Biafran people, victory as well. And that victory will come in the form of the new nation of Biafra. I'm going to commend all of us today into the hand of Okike, into the hand of Chukwu Abiyama. We must remain as disciplined as we always have been. We must remain focused. Our objective must always be before us, and our agenda, we must not lose sight of what our agenda is. And as I mentioned here this very evening, these agendas are not hidden. Our leader released conditionally our people in different dungeons and prisons of the zoo military, the zoo security forces. They must be released. And finally, the zoo must find a way. If they like, that's okay for them. If they don't like, we are going home. They must find a way to ensure that a referendum takes place in Biafra land sooner than later. Thank you so much, great Biafrans, for this very opportunity to speak to you this evening. Any other thing that will need to be made public, I will bring them out as a memo or a prayer. And I believe tomorrow some members of the directorate will as well be making or elucidating more on some of those issues. Therefore, may Chika bless each and every one of you. And for me, from here, I wish to say that Biafra is not only a name, it's not just a name, it's our identity. Biafra is our heritage, and above all, Biafra is our religion, and Biafra, only him who is worthy of praise and worship, the creator of heaven and earth, and Elohim. It is him that we bow our heads, and to him alone that we kneel down for. And I will say from here, good night, and may Chika be with all of you. Thank you so much.